Welcome! Let's get right into the biggest science stories making headlines today.
All right, so here's what's on our radar. We're starting with some mind-bending cosmic mysteries. Then we'll dive into the hidden diversity of life right here on Earth. After that, we've got a story about rewriting matter with light, followed by some new frontiers in medicine. And we'll wrap things up with a look at our earliest primate ancestor. Let's jump in. Okay, let's kick things off with our first section, Cosmic Mysteries and Discoveries. We're looking at everything from the very edge of the universe right down to our own stellar neighborhood. So, for a long time now, there's been a huge puzzle in cosmology. It's called the Hubble tension. Basically, when scientists try to measure how fast the universe is expanding, they get two different answers from two different methods. And that's a problem, right? It means something in our understanding of the cosmos might be, wrong. But now, a really cool and rare cosmic trick known as gravitational lensing might just give us the answer. Think of it like this. A huge galaxy's gravity is so massive, it literally bends space and time around it. So light from something behind that galaxy gets warped and magnified as it passes by, kind of like looking through the bottom of a wine glass. And check this out. Astronomers just spotted a single super bright supernova they're calling SN Winnie. But here's the wild part. Thanks to two galaxies acting as lenses, it shows up as 5 separate images. 5. That's almost unheard of. The light is taking 5 different paths to get to us, and that's the key. And get this. This supernova is 10 billion light years away. That light started traveling towards us long before the Earth was even here. Now, because each of those 5 images takes a slightly different amount of time to reach us, scientists can measure those delays. And from that, they can calculate the universe's expansion rate in one single shot. No more conflicting methods. This could be the answer we've been looking for.
And as Sherry Suyu from the Technical University of Munich puts it, finding something like this is a 1 in a million shot. It's just so incredibly rare. So yeah, this isn't just another observation. It could literally rewrite our cosmic rulebook.
Okay, so coming back a little closer to home, way closer, astronomers digging through NASA's test data found something that's just cramped. It's a 4-star system where 3 of the stars are orbiting each other in a space smaller than Mercury's orbit around our sun. It's like a cosmic clown car, just absolutely jam-packed. All right, let's shift gears and come back to Earth for a next section, Life's Hidden Diversity. And these next couple of stories are really going to make you rethink what we know about species on our own planet. So, you know how we think we have a pretty good handle on the number of animal species out there? Well, a huge new study from the University of Arizona says we're not even close. For every 1 vertebrate species we can see and identify, there are, on average, 2 hidden ones. 2. We've been missing most of the picture. So what's a cryptic species? Well, they're hiding in plain sight. They look identical to a species we already know, but genetically they're totally different. A perfect example is the Arizona mountain king snake. You see these 2 snakes, they look like twins, but genetically they haven't been the same species for over 1 million years. It's a case of don't judge a book or a snake by its cover.
Now, here's something that sounds totally backwards. You'd think with a warming planet, ecosystems would be changing faster, right? Species moving around, adapting. But a big global study just found the opposite. The rate at which species replace each other has actually slowed down by about 1/3 since the 70s. And that slowdown is a really bad sign. It's a paradox, but here's why it's happening. Environmental damage is shrinking the pool of colonizer species. Basically, there are fewer new species available to move in and take over when another one leaves. It's like the ecosystem's engine is stalling out because it's running out of spare parts.
Hey, just a quick pause here. If you're getting something out of this bulletin, we'd really appreciate it if you took a second to like this and subscribe. It helps us keep bringing you these updates on the latest science. Okay, next up, we're diving into the world of physics for a story that sounds like it's straight out of science fiction, rewriting matter with light. You know how you flip a magnet? You usually have to heat it up, mess with its alignment. Well, forget that. Researchers in Switzerland just figured out how to permanently flip a magnet's polarity with a single flash of a laser. That's it. No heat, just light. It's a huge deal. So how on earth did they do it? They took 2 super thin layers of a material called molybdenum ditelluride and stacked them with just a tiny twist. That twist creates these really robust quantum states. And those states are what allow a single laser pulse to flip the magnetic orientation of all the electrons at once. The implications? Think of being able to write and rewrite electronic circuits on a chip, on the fly, just using light. It's a total game changer for electronics.
Moving on to medical news now. In our next section, New Frontiers in Medicine. We've got two big updates on targeted therapies. First up, a really smart new approach to bone cancer being tested at UCLA Health. They're calling it a guided missile therapy. It's got two parts, an antibody that acts like a GPS, hunting down a specific protein found only on the cancer cells and their protective barrier. Then, attached to that GPS is the payload, a radioactive isotope that delivers a precision strike, destroying the cancer cells and their defenses, without as much collateral damage. And in other big clinical news, a potential new treatment for lupus from Johnson & Johnson just got put on the FDA's fast track. That's great news because it could speed up the review process. The drug is designed to be very selective. It lowers the harmful antibodies that cause lupus, but, and this is the important part, it leaves the rest of your immune system alone to do its job.
And for our last story, we're going way, way back in time with a discovery about our earliest primate ancestor.
Okay, so this one's about family, our very, very, very old family. Researchers in Colorado found these tiny fossils, we're talking tooth-sized, of a creature called Purgatorius. Why does that matter? Because Purgatorius is the earliest known relative of all primates. That includes monkeys, apes, and, well, us. This new find pushes their known territory further south, giving us a new piece of the puzzle of our own deep, deep history.
And that brings us to the end of our Science News Bulletin for today.
We'll be back with another update in 24 hours.